children will listen. How do you say to a child in the night, nothing's all black, but then nothing's all white? How do you say it will all be alright when you know that it mightn't be true? What do you do? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your father and mother had said, which were left to them too. Careful what you say. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true. Not free. Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. How do you say to a child in the night, nothing's all black, but then nothing's all white? How do you say it will all be alright when you know that it mightn't be true? What do you do? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your father and mother had said, which were left to them too. Careful what you say. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true. Not free. Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. How do you say to a child in the night, nothing's all black, but then nothing's all white? How do you say it will all be alright when you know that it mightn't be true? What do you do? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your father and mother had said, which were left to them too. Careful what you say. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true. Not free. Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see children will listen. How do you say to a child in the night, nothing's all black, but then nothing's all white? How do you say it will all be alright when you know that it mightn't be true? What do you do? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your father and mother had said, which were left to them too. Careful what you say. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true. Not free. Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. How do you say to a child in the night, nothing's all black, but then nothing's all white? How do you say it will all be alright when you know that it mightn't be true? What do you do? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your father and mother had said, which were left to them too.
of our national anthem. Would you all please remove your hats? Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, everyone, to the graduation of the Marcus Whitman class of 2020. Today marks the end of an amazing journey for us. Soon, we will leave behind the cornfield-protected walls of Marcus Whitman and travel into a much larger world. I know that most of us are disappointed with the way this year has gone. On March 12th, we were dismissed early from school. Everyone rushed out, eager to enjoy the half-day. We were unaware that this was the last time that we would be together as a class. We didn't know that this would be the last time that we would hear the painfully high-pitched bell, the last time we'd see our favorite teachers, or the last time that we'd walk out to the buses and our cars with our friends. It seemed like just a normal half-day, not our last day. When we heard the news that the school was to be closed, we didn't think much of it. We believed that we would return in a few short weeks. This was not to be. After reflecting upon the last 3 months, it's hard not to see it as a complete loss. Although it's true we had an experience far from any other senior class, we must not dwell on the losses. We have all worked incredibly hard to overcome the challenges of online learning. We have worked hard to support each other while isolated at home. We have learned to accept a new normal. We must be thankful for the 37 phenomenal months of high school that we did have, and not let the last 3 cloud our memories. Although cut short, the senior year that we did get was amazing. Many of us painted a parking spot in anticipation of the new year. We had a memorable senior breakfast together, and then went on to finally win Jug later that day. We were able to participate in our favorite extracurricular activities, including field band, chess club, masterminds, envirothon, art club, and many more. The theater and FFA students went on their respective trips. We enjoyed our final fall and winter sports seasons, where several of us won sectional patches. Notably, the boys' basketball team went the farthest they have gone in decades, going on to win the sectional championship in an electrifying game at the Blue Cross Arena. Just because the year didn't end the way we expected it to, doesn't mean that it wasn't incredibly memorable. The world is waiting for us. We must use this experience as inspiration to go out and do amazing things. I'd like to leave you all with a short prayer. Although we are leaving this school behind, may we never stop educating ourselves. As said in Proverbs 19:20, listen to advice and accept instruction, that you may gain wisdom in the future. May we trust in God, for he says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. May we all lead meaningful lives, honoring Buddha's words, "Your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it." May we forgive those who wrong us. In the words of the Prophet Muhammad, "Be merciful to those on the earth, and the one in the heavens will have mercy upon you." As you move through your life, remember Corinthians 16:14. Let all that you do be done in love. And finally, in the words of St. Catherine of Siena, be who God meant you to be, and you will set the world on fire. Instead of leaving here and only remembering what we lost, may we remember all that was found. This year and this class will always be remembered. Congratulations to the class of 2020, and may God bless us all. At this time, please welcome our principal, Ms. Taft.
Thank you, Jacob. Good evening. We are here tonight to celebrate the 52nd commencement of Marcus Whitman High School. I'd like to welcome parents, family members, community members, members of the Board of Education, administration, employees, and our honored guests, the class of 2020. Graduates, tonight is the culmination of 13 years of education, well, maybe 12 and a half, during which we have hopefully prepared you for the next chapter in life. You may have all arrived here on different paths and had a variety of successes and challenges along the way. But you are all here together celebrating this accomplishment of commencement. Commencement meaning the beginning, not the end. May you be starting the best years of your life with confidence, persistence, perseverance, and knowledge that success only happens with hard work, dedication, and collaboration. Celebrate this milestone, as it wasn't a guarantee, but was earned, and you have worked through courses, many nights of balancing academics and extracurricular activities, work, finding time for family and friends, and let's not forget adjusting to learning at home. We celebrate you. You did the work, and we, everyone listening and watching from near and far, are proud of you. But let's not stop here. Think about pride in the paw beyond high school and grades. Think about being productive in your jobs and in our community. Be respectful to yourself and others, family, friends, and colleagues, and responsible for all your actions as they affect others around you. Focus on the safe driving, even without a reminder. Be smart, make smart choices. Have integrity, not only with work, but with your family as it grows and friends as they change. You can be the mentor for others around you. Listen to the song by Tim McGraw, Be Humble and Kind. This should help. Finally, be determined. As you move on to the workforce, college, or the military, do the work. Don't take a shortcut. Be strong and face the future. Accept new challenges and new environments and show excellence. Make your own dreams come true. I can't wait to see where you go. This is not an ending point, but a point in your journey ahead. So in closing, sometime tonight or tomorrow morning, after virtual bash, I want you to go home, hug your parents or parent figure, and say, thank you for all the support, parameters, late nights, taxi driving, sharing of unsolicited advice, and food they have provided for you. I'm asking you to show appreciation to your parents. Soak up as much of them as you can, and let them have a piece of you before you move on. Tell them you love them without asking for money, or anything else in return. They really are your biggest fans. Thank you for making Marcus Whitman a wonderful place to be. Enjoy your night. At this time, I'd like to introduce our salutatorian, Robbie Abel. Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today, in whatever context you'll be seeing this. Before I begin, I'd like to first address some formalities, and buckle up because there will be a lot of those tonight. First, to the administration, thank you for working tirelessly to provide us with the best graduation we can have, considering the circumstances. To the teachers and parents, thank you for dragging us along to get to this point in our lives. To Mr. Devlin and Mrs. McCumber, thank you for dealing with us for the past 4 years and working behind the scenes to make our experience incredible. And to the class of 2020, congratulations on this accomplishment. It's been a long time coming. And lastly, I'd like to mention that it is allergy season right now, and this is just what my voice sounds like. All of that said, I'd like to focus on what we've experienced as a class over the past 13 years, but it can be hard to do so with this current situation so oppressively apparent. For right now, I'm going to ask everyone listening to reflect with the fondness these memories deserve, rather than the bitterness these last few months have taught us to have. As a class, we were fortunate enough to merge Gorham and Valley in 4th grade, giving us that 2-year edge that previous classes never got. This means that even though our senior trip fell through, we at the very least got to experience Fantasia together. As we struggled through middle school together, we were able to find ourselves with groups that we had known for years at that point. All of the changes from switching schools, getting older, growing up, and shaping our lives were anchored with a class that we knew and trusted. I believe that made us a force to be reckoned with. From our notorious 8th grade bullying talk to our ridiculous loss in junior year spirit week, we have seen our fair share of real world struggles as well as silly frustrations. We've also seen some beautiful moments here as well. The triumph we felt after we completed our last exam freshman year, the excitement as half of our school showed up at the Blue Cross Arena as our boys basketball team made history, and the amazing moment when we found out that the Jonas Brothers were getting back together. Throughout this emotional hurricane making up these last years of our lives, the important thing we had was perspective. Why does it seem like we lost that now? These past few months have been incredibly hard on us. Athletes have lost these last games with teams they've known for years. Friends were separated for longer than they thought they could handle. We all lost out on our chance at having a normal graduation, at the very least. While grieving these losses is important, we owe it to ourselves to leave that behind for tonight. To let this virus to define our high school experience is pinnacle defeatism, and we're more than that. While it's unfair that part of our experience was taken from us, what's more unfair is to let it tarnish what we've accomplished and what we've gained along the way. Let this situation be an opportunity to show the strength of the Marcus Whitman class of 2020, and don't let it take away from the 13 years we spent together. Thank you very much. And now we have a musical selection by Aubrey Bagley, Elena Don't, and Maya Cushman.
times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer. When we lose our way, lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. La luce che tu dai, I pray we'll find your light nel cuore resterà, and hold it in our heart, e ricordarci che when stars go out each night, la terna stella sei, nella mia pesci. Let this be our prayer. Quanta fede c'è when shadows fill our day. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be safe. Sogniamo un mondo senza poi violenza, un mondo di giustizia, di speranza. Ognuno di la mano sua vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La forza che ci dà. We ask that life be kind, il desiderio che, and watch us from above. Ognuno troviamo, we hope each soul will find, intorno dentro sé, another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child, just like every child needs to find a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be safe. E la fede che hai acceso in noi, sento che ci salverà. Oh, you're taking it?
Thank you, Maya, Aubrey, and Elena for that. I don't think any of us thought we would be graduating in the midst of a pandemic, but here we are. If anything couldn't get worse this year, I heard Jurassic Park's opening in the fall. Anyway, 13 years in the making, and today we're here to celebrate our accomplishments. From kindergarten to now, we've gotten smarter, some of us have gotten taller, and we've all become our own unique person. No matter what school you started at, we're all a part of the Whitman community. In elementary school, we were always quick to say, "I can't wait to be older," which was probably mumbled under our breath when our parents told us it was bedtime. It was where we learned to read, write, and do math, because believe it or not, at one time, none of us knew what 1 + 1 was. Now we're way past that, and we've narrowed down the answer to either 11 or 2. As our parents sent us off to middle school, all the adults in our lives began telling us to cherish these times because they go by fast. Now that we're here, I think we can all agree that they went quicker than we imagined they would. Now all we want is to go back to the days where we weren't up studying until ungodly hours of the morning, or the days where numbers on an English assignment were for the amount of sentences, not pages. Back then, our biggest sorrow was missing the fire truck on our last Fantasia. Little did we know we would be missing out on the final third of our senior year. We were missing out on something that we've been waiting for since the age of 5, but it is only a small piece of our lives. Let our story be a lesson to the younger classes and be a testament to living each day like it's your last. March 12th was not the last day of high school I think anyone was expecting to have, unless you count your release email from your English teacher, a memorable one. When you're sad about missing the rest of your senior year, let's just be glad we aren't going to have to answer the DBQs our children will have to in 20 years. No matter what the future holds for each of us, as we all take on life in our own ways, remember where you came from, even if it was in the middle of a field. Congratulations to my fellow classmates and all members of the class of COVID-19. Next is our valedictorian, Maya Cushman.
Firstly, I would like to thank the administration for putting all of this together, along with our class advisors and all of the senior parents who put together BASH for us. No one could have foreseen these events, but they were able to find a solution that still let us celebrate our graduation. Words can't capture the emotions that we are all feeling. We're about to enter a world that isn't at all what we expected it to be. It's kind of terrifying. Whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, I escape into music. It's always been a haven for me, and to have that constant in my life has helped me so much. I can't imagine the person that I would be without it. My love for music has pushed me to do things that I would never have otherwise done. It's helped me to build confidence and learn how to express myself. I think that everybody has something like that in their life. Everybody has some sort of passion. No matter what it really is, it makes each of us better. It's the thing that motivates us to get up and do something. It's the thing that you could ramble on and on about for hours. It's the thing that inspires you to be. When we all have passion for something in our lives, not only do we make ourselves better, but we encourage others to do the same. None of us would be who we are without the things that we love. I hope that each of you continues to pursue your current passions and to find new ones. Even though this may be our last chance to say goodbye, this isn't the end for any of us. We all have so much to be inspired by and others to inspire. I hope that in life, you all find the things that you love and never let go. I'd like to leave you with a short piece. And following my piece, Emily Lehman will be singing for us. Thank you. the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. How do you say to a child in the night, nothing's all black, but then nothing's all white? How do you say it will all be alright when you know that it mightn't be true? What do you do? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your father and mother had said, which were left to them too. Careful what you say. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true, not free.
Good evening. Students are wearing cords and pins and sashes for National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, Thespian Society, and the military this evening. You may see parents that are employees of Marcus Whitman handing out diplomas as well to their student. Kaylee Wilt. Ethan Whipple. Chelsea Webster.
Thanks, Charles. Appreciate it. Give me an elbow. Give you a diploma. Good job.
Alonzo Urilla Lopez.
And I am so proud of you. First one in your family, right? Congratulations.
Gage Swartell. None for me. None for me. Madison Sutton. Dylan Sutton.
Hi, Dylan. Congratulations. All right, good job. Proud of you.
Bryce Strait. Pacing all right? Jane Snaith.
Run this over to Lindsay.
Michael Smith.
Thanks, Michael. Congratulations.
Justin Smith.
Okay.
Chad Smith. Dakota Sims.
Thanks, Dakota. Good job.
Bradley Schultz. Lori, pacing okay for you guys?
I think it's going pretty well. I was watching.
Anybody else need an elbow thing? You're gonna hand me a shirt, and I'm gonna use
Let me know.
All right, congratulations. Good job.
Athena Saxton.
Elbow. Good job. Good luck in there.
Colin Savage. Do I need to go slower? Give it a little break. Okay, I'll give it a couple seconds.
Hi, Colin. Diploma, toilet paper, give me an elbow shake. All right, see you, buddy. Good job.
Yeah, Mike, you definitely need to slow it down.
Rainbow Samus Duval.
You got it. You got it. I'm so proud of you. All right, gonna be an elbow shake? All right, good job.
Tessa Rott.
Thanks, Tata. Congratulations. There you go.
Jessica Rosini. Sarah Rote.
Thanks, Sarah. I almost ran out of toilet paper this year. Thank you, and good luck at outside.
Jordan Rice. Let me know if I need to slow down the pace again.
Hi, Jordan. Thanks for your toilet paper. Good job, Jordan.
I'd see this day.
You got it, buddy. Good job.
Michelle Reynolds. Chase Priest.
Chase, I'm so proud of you. Thanks. Here, elbow. See you, buddy.
Christopher Phillips.
Hi, Chris. Congratulations. Here's your diploma cover, all right? Thank you. All right, good job.
Cameron Paddock.
Hi, Cam Paddock. Here's your diploma. Thanks for the lifeguard. Yeah, bye.
Maxine Nudd.
Hi, Maxine. Congratulations, honey. Good job and good luck.
Aaron Morey.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck with everything. Bye.
Jasmine Mitchell. What's that?
I wondered if Jen was going to hand it.
We'll wait for you right in the middle there, Sarah. Thank you. Good job. All right.
Jacob McGregor.
Thank you for my gift. I might run out sometime. Thank you, Jacob. Good luck.
Caleb McDonough. No man's right.
Are you sure you want to give that up?
I guess so.
Thank you. Yeah.
Abigail Mance.
Hi, Abby. Good job. Good luck and the best of luck.
Tanner Hurlbert.
Good job, Tanner. Thanks, I think. Good luck. Good job.
Brandy Hodge. Patrick Hampton.
Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah. Come back and visit.
Nicholas Guadry.
Hi, Nick. Thank you. Good job. Best of luck. See ya.
Evan Gray.
Oh, boy.
I like the top of your hat. It's cool.
Congratulations. Good job.
Caitlin Fuller.
Hi, Kaylin. Congratulations. Thank you. Thanks so much. Bye.
Troy Foster.
So proud of you, Troy. Good job, buddy. All right, here you go. Off you go.
Kayla Farrell.
Your mom here too? Yeah. Couldn't tell. Congratulations, really. I'm so proud of you. You've done it. Good luck, all right?
No Aaron Juke?
Nope.
He was here this morning, right? Gabrielle Doran.
Gabby, thanks so much for that gift. Congratulations.
Richard Diamond. We'll hold off, thank you. They look like they're okay. Is it okay to go ahead? Okay. Elena Don't.
Good. Very nice today. Very nice to meet you. Proud of you. I'm waiting down the tablecloth so it doesn't blow away later.
Victoria De La Cruz Andrews. Was that okay?
Congratulations. Best of luck. See ya.
Christian Daniels. You know I was thinking about it.
Congratulations, Christian. Good job.
Michael Cup.
Michael, you did it, buddy. You're welcome. I'm proud of you. No, can't do it, buddy. There we go. Okay. You're welcome, Michael.
Jalissa Conklin.
Hi, Jalissa. Congratulations. Thank you. Good job.
Lillian Chrysler.
Lily, somebody's happy. You hear him? Congratulations. There you go. Best of luck. Yeah.
Gracie Christiansen.
Congratulations, Grace. I'm proud of you. Yeah.
Brianna Chase.
Congratulations. I'll say that. Thanks. I'll never be short again. All right?
Alyssa Chase.
I love that cap on top. Congratulations. Thank you. Good job.
Nicholas Burgess.
Good job. Thank you. Good job, Nick.
Dakota Blue Eye. Emily Blaker. Congratulations.
Good job, Emily. Good job. And there's your diploma. Nice job.
Ariana Beverly.
I know you're smiling over there. I'm like, nobody can see a smile. Good job. Here you go. Yay.
Seth Benedict. Thanks. Justin Bay. Honors.
There you go, Justin Bay. Congratulations. Whatever we're doing up here, we're getting confused now. Good job.
Our remaining students that will be receiving their diplomas this evening are honors students that carried a 90 or better average throughout their high school career. Rose Winham.
Hi, Rose. Thank you. Here you go. Best of luck.
Madison Wells.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Daniel Vaughn.
Go Dan Vaughn. Woohoo! Yeah. Proud of you.
Mackenzie Van Sickle.
Mackenzie. Congratulations. Oh, thanks. Can I have the toilet paper? Thank you.
Kelsey Tiffany. Camry Siemens.
Hi, Gary. Congratulations. All say, here you go.
Liam Prendergast.
I'll take the toilet paper. Yeah.
Ashley Parsons.
Give it to him.
Emily Paddock.
Thanks, There you go. Good luck.
Jacob Nemitz.
Thanks, Jacob. Is this your funny games, you officers? How you doing, bud?
Stuff gonna come up. Molly Minio.
Oh, my leg.
Look at that hat.
Now look at her hat. She got things
It's
that are
beautiful.
all in. Marcus Lemon yellow underneath. Thank you. Congratulations.
Is Brenda coming up? Brenda Lehman? Emily Lehman.
So you're an officer in charge of this toilet paper? Yeah, it's mine. I bet, thanks. I'll be seeing you on Halloween.
Lindsay Johnston.
Hi, Lindsay. Thank you. Congratulations.
Alexa Johnson.
Thanks, Alexa.
Amber Herendine. I like the top of your hat. It's cool.
Congratulations. Good work on yourself.
Devin Grover.
Thanks, Devin. Appreciate it.
Ryan Gage. Gavin Davis.
Oh, Gavin Davis. Woohoo! You're doing fine.
Good job, Gavin.
Perfect. Congratulations. Best of luck.
Maya Cushman. Good job, Maya. Beautiful performance.
That was a beautiful feat. You rocked it. Good job. Congratulations.
Hannah Cole.
Thank you, Hannah. Congratulations. Good luck.
Caitlin Brown. Caleb Boots.
You had to wear shades. Coolest dresses here, I guess, huh? All right. See ya. Good luck.
Aubrey Bagley.
Oh my God. Thanks. See ya. Good job. Nice singing today. Great, I get a pin.
And Robert Abel. Done, and then give me the sign and we'll...
Yeah, we'll leave them. Yeah, keep an eye out for the last 2 out. Thank you. Now you don't get your diploma.
You got this, Troy.
Thank you.
Good evening. I am Troy Foster. I would like to introduce our class officers. Our president, Jacob Niemitz. Our vice president, Emily Lehman. Our class secretary, myself. And our treasurer, Robbie Abel. At this time, I'd like to present to you the 52nd graduating class of Marcus Whitman, the class of 2020.
So before we finish, we have to do a couple thank yous, then we'll have our ending with Miss Molly Minio. First, we have to do a special thank you for Mrs. Field, who has missed you all, and the mice got to her candy when we took those 3 weeks off before we got to come back inside, so she lost all her candy. We need to thank our buildings and grounds crew for all their extra work building this stage and making this happen today. A round of applause for our grounds and to you. For our tech department and LaBarge Media for helping us put this on live stream, making it all happen, sound, everything, all the time they put in to make 2 graduations or 3 along the way. Dr. Brown for giving us support to make this all happen today as well. And thank you, graduates. You guys are wonderful. And now, Molly Minio for our benediction. Are we sitting or standing?
Leaving has never been easy. From leaving the elementary school to leaving middle school, and now, as we prepare to leave high school, I am sure that this will be the hardest one yet. So I won't make this any longer than it needs to be. As we prepare to leave high school forever, I pray that we will never forget our time here at Whitman, that our imperfect ending to such an important segment in our lives will remain a part of us forever, that the strength that we have mustered this year will forever remain a part of our spirit, that we will carry the resilience that we demonstrated this year for the rest of our lives. I pray that we will not stop fighting for what we believe in, that all of us will use our voices to make a positive impact on the world. I pray that we are able to lead the life that we want to lead, despite what might be going on around us, that the knowledge we have gained will reside in our minds forever, aiding us in our journey of life, that the hard lessons we have learned will be a part of our character and shape our actions moving forward, that we will all have changed for the better because of our time here at Whitman. I pray for only the best for all of you, and that you pursue all of your dreams to the fullest extent and lead meaningful lives. I have so much love and adoration in my heart for all of you, and I'm so lucky to have been able to call you all my classmates. So, here's the beginning of the rest of our lives. Goodbye, Godspeed.
Amen.